Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Fandom Show. I owe you guys a big apology. The past 6 weeks have been kind of crazy in my life. I've been dealing with some personal stuff, and it's just been a big old roller coaster. But the good news is I've gotten through all the worst stuff. The storm is cleared, and I'm ready to jump back into this and pick up where I left off as far as the Fandom Show goes. Now, there were a couple things I had planned that didn't exactly pan out, but that's okay, because I got some good things going nonetheless. So the basic purpose of this video here is to let you know where things are going to go through summer and fall of this year. So to start off, as you can see, I've updated our set. I've got some new stuff here, some very cool things. I got my brand new Stranger Things 3 poster, which I'm very pleased to have there, and I'll be doing an episode on Stranger Things in just a little bit. I've also got episodes coming out for review on Men in Black International, and I'm also hoping to do sort of a mini episode soon with all the Marvel announcements that came out of Comic-Con. I've got a Ghostbusters 35th anniversary episode that's going to be coming up, and then I'm also going to do some things with video games, which I'm very excited about because I'm a huge video game fan, and so it's going to be really cool to be able to jump into all of that. First up, a tribute to one of my all-time favorite video game systems, the Game Boy. If you're watching this, I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank you for sticking it out with me. I know the last few weeks loading new videos has been kind of a downer, and I sincerely apologize for that. I'm hoping it's going to be more of the exception than the rule. Usually life doesn't get quite as chaotic as it has been for me lately, but like I said, we're past it now, and I'm at a point where I'm able to dedicate as much time and energy to this show as I believe that it needs. So I'm going to be back on a regular video release schedule fairly soon, so keep your eyes open for that. For today, the only thing I'm going to do that's fandom related is offer a few thoughts on a movie that I saw this past weekend with my lovely wife, and that would be Disney's The Lion King. I just want to say that Mufasa is awesome in any decade. Okay, so first of all, I want to set the record straight. It's not a live action movie. All of the anthropomorphic characters are computer generated. There are no live animals or actual live humans in the movie. So calling it live action is a little bit inaccurate, but that's what a lot of people say, so that's kind of where it is. But in all technical aspects, it is not a live action movie. It's also the first Disney remake, most likely not the last, that has entirely animal characters, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I do think that human characters help a little better with the transition to photorealistic, live action, whatever you might like to call it. I found the original Lion King just a little more colorful, a little more off the wall, a little more zany, and those are the kind of things that you have a little more flexibility to do in a cartoon versus it being photorealistic. The visual work in the new Lion King is fantastic, so kudos to the Disney team for creating something that looks really beautiful. I can't stress that enough. It's quite a treat for the eyes. But in terms of the overall aesthetic of the movie and the enjoyment factor, I like the animated version better. I know that's a little bit of the fact that I grew up with that movie and I feel a little bit differently about this one, and that maybe if I was 13 right now I'd like this one better. I really can't say, but I think in considering both of them that the animated movie works better. That's the stuff. Okay, and the last major thing I'm going to say about The Lion King is what in the heck happened to Be Prepared? That was my favorite song from the original movie, and I was so excited to see it again in a remake, and I don't think I've ever been disappointed by a remake as much as I was at the way they handled that song. I don't know what the deal is, why it was completely neutered, but I really don't like it. So if you want the genuine article of Be Prepared, please go to YouTube and look up the clip from the original animated film, because the version that's in this year's release doesn't even come remotely close to doing it justice. I don't know what they did to Scar here, but I don't like it. This is how sinister he's supposed to look. So that's pretty much all I have on The Lion King. Overall, I don't think it's one you need to run to the theaters to see. I'd highly recommend waiting until it gets to one of the streaming services and checking it out there, but it's not a bad way to waste a couple of hours. So that's pretty much it for that one. One more thing I did want to mention before I sign off for this episode. You might notice the big gold belt behind me. I do plan on unleashing some WWE episodes fairly soon. I'm quite excited about that because it's a fandom that's very near and dear to my heart. As my lovely wife will tell you, she puts up with my wrestling even though she can't stand it. But that's going to be coming soon too. So once again, thank you guys for sticking it out with me. I am back and ready to hit the ground running. We've got some awesome things coming up in the next few weeks. Do be sure to check out the Facebook page regularly, and I will catch you next time.